Oh my God. Grab your popcorn and pour yourself a big cup of tea because what's happening between Meghan Markle and Victoria Beckham is pure five-star gossip gold. We're not talking lukewarm drama here. Meghan is boiling. Like, full rolling boil, steam coming out of her ears, teapot whistling kind of boiling. And the reason, Victoria Beckham, the once posh spice, the now global fashion icon, just snatched Meghan's Netflix crown right off her perfectly blow-dried head. That's right, Netflix, the very same streaming giant that once showered Meghan and Harry with millions and global attention, has a new queen. And spoiler alert, her name is not Meghan. Victoria's reality series, Beckham, didn't just land. Oh no, darling, it exploded. We're talking red carpets, flashing cameras, billboards from London to Los Angeles, and top rankings across the board. The world ate it up. It was glossy, emotional, and real. A rare mix in the celebrity world. Meanwhile, poor Meghan's little project, with Love Meghan, barely crawled out of Netflix's basement. It didn't even sniff the top 10. Netflix barely blinked at it. And that, my friends, is what's driving Meghan absolutely mad. She's convinced Netflix poured more money, more heart, and definitely more marketing into Victoria's show than hers. And, hate to say it, she's not entirely wrong. But here's the part that's stinging. It's her own fault. See, Netflix didn't betray Meghan out of spite. They just went where the real story was. Victoria Beckham didn't walk in trying to look flawless and untouchable. She walked in with heart. She opened her world, her home, her marriage, her kids, her struggles, even her long battle with body image. It was honest, it was raw, it was real. Meghan, on the other hand, she gave us the polished version of authenticity. Everything was perfectly staged. Golden lighting, rehearsed smiles, and not a hair out of place. Her world felt sterile. It wasn't girl next door, it was more CEO of pretending to be relatable. And honey, let's be real. In today's world, people can smell fake faster than a bottle of Chanel No. 5 at duty-free. Authenticity is the new luxury, and Victoria Beckham just sold it better than any handbag she's ever designed. But this Netflix drama isn't just about ratings. Oh no, no, no. It's a full-blown grudge match that's been simmering for years. Because, plot twist, Meghan and Victoria used to be friends. Shocking, right? Once upon a time, before all the royal drama, before the Oprah tears, before the tell-all books, Meghan and Victoria were tight. Shopping trips, dinner parties, photo ops, they were the picture of celebrity sisterhood. Until, one day, it all went down in royal flames. Word on the palace grapevine is that back when Meghan was still living in Kensington Palace, she accused Victoria of leaking private stories about her to the press. Yep, that happened. And let me tell you, that hit harder than a spilled pot of English breakfast tea. Victoria was furious. She hadn't leaked a thing. The accusation was false, and that was the moment their friendship froze over like a Buckingham fountain in winter. From then on, they were polite in public, sure, but behind the scenes, Cold War. Two stylish queens circling each other, waiting for one to blink first. Fast forward to 2025, and oh, how the tables have turned. Victoria Beckham is Netflix's new darling. She's charming, elegant, witty. That mix of British humor and realness people adore. Meghan, meanwhile, is stuck in the shadows, clutching her organic smoothie and watching Victoria get everything she wanted, the headlines, the praise, the authentic fame. But here's where it gets delicious, and because Meghan isn't just upset, she's reportedly losing it. Like screaming at the audience kind of losing it. When Victoria walked into that Netflix meeting, she brought something Meghan never could: substance wrapped in style. Netflix execs saw a woman who built herself from the ground up, took hits, reinvented, and still came out standing taller, and well, in better heels. So Netflix went all in. Huge press tours, red carpet premieres, billboards from London to LA, and Meghan, she got a polite little press release. That's it. Fans didn't even realize her show had dropped. Some literally said, "Wait, didn't this already come out?" Ouch. And honestly, it kind of had. Netflix chopped up her first season into 2 parts and re-released it, pretending it was new. Even the network didn't believe she could carry a second season. Brutal. But here's why Victoria's show worked. It had heart. Viewers saw her panic before Fashion Week, her laughter with family, her goof-ups behind the scenes. It was relatable. It was warm. It felt like a real life, not a PR campaign. Meanwhile, Meghan's show, it felt like watching a magazine photo shoot come to life. Beautiful, yes, but cold, controlled, perfectly lit but emotionally flat. You could feel the PR team whispering behind the camera, "Smile softer, Meghan. Look authentic, Meghan." Netflix didn't betray her. They just backed the one woman who didn't treat authenticity like a brand strategy. And here's the other part of this drama that's just too juicy to skip: the on-screen chemistry. Victoria and David Beckham, electric. They're like a rom-com couple who actually made it. He teases her about being working class. She rolls her eyes and laughs, and the world collectively swoons. They're playful, they're human, they're real. Then you cut to Meghan and Harry, and yikes, it's tense. Awkward. Meghan gives off total "I'm the boss" energy, while Harry looks like he's waiting for permission to talk. You can feel the stiffness through the screen. It's the difference between comfort and control. Victoria leads with warmth and humor. Meghan leads with perfection and power. Guess which one audiences actually want to watch? Victoria gives people cozy, confident energy, like a boss you'd actually want to work for. Meghan, more like a corporate CEO who says, "We're a family," before firing half the office. And Netflix knows kindness sells better than control. And here's the real twist of the story. The word that separates these two women: authenticity. Victoria has it. Meghan pretends to. Victoria owns her flaws. She laughs at her mistakes. She even fixes her eyeliner mid-scene and doesn't care if it's caught on camera. That's power. That's confidence. Meghan, she can't let her guard down for a second. Every gesture is practiced. Every smile rehearsed. She's chasing perfection so hard that she's forgotten. People don't want perfect. They want human. And deep down, Meghan knows it. That's why she's seething. Because Victoria didn't just steal her spotlight, she did it by being real. So while Victoria sips champagne, surrounded by family and glowing Netflix reviews, Meghan's sitting there, staring at her phone, wondering why the world didn't fall in love with the version of her she spent years scripting. But here's the heartbreaking truth, darling. The world doesn't love scripts. It loves stories. And Victoria Beckham just gave them one. So just when you think Meghan might cool off, take a breath and let Victoria have her Netflix victory. Oh no, baby. She doubles down. If she can't beat Victoria Beckham, she's going to be Victoria Beckham. And how does one do that? Well, apparently by showing up at the same events and trying to steal some of that spotlight sparkle. Picture it. Paris Fashion Week, Balenciaga show, cameras flashing from every direction, the fashion elite sipping champagne and pretending not to care who's sitting next to whom. Victoria's show has the entire industry buzzing. Then suddenly, in sweeps Meghan Markle, draped head to toe in dramatic black and white couture, chin high, sunglasses on, posing like she owns the runway. Everyone gasps. Is she invited? It looked like Meghan had arrived as an honored guest, maybe even at Victoria's personal invite. Oh, but wait for it, because here's where the tea scalds. Turns out, she wasn't invited at all. Yep, the Duchess of Sussex had actually texted Balenciaga's creative director to get herself a seat, like literally slid into his DMs. He even admitted it, awkward laugh and all. In an interview, he said, "Oh, it just happened. She texted me." Translation? She invited herself? Girl, number, just no. The fashion world went into a collective gasp. One insider whispered, "She pushed her way in." It wasn't elegance, it was embarrassment in haute couture. Because here's the thing, when your rival is being escorted in by the host and you have to beg for a chair, that's not power, that's panic in heels. And this isn't new behavior. Oh no, Meghan's been borrowing other women's images like they're designer handbags for years. It's almost like she goes through eras. First, it was her Princess Diana era. The iconic poses, the fashion, even that head tilt that screams sympathy, but make it royal. Then came the Kate Middleton phase. Matching color palettes, similar outfits, even the hair flips. And now, she's knee-deep in her Victoria Beckham era. Sleek hair, no smile attitude, giant sunglasses, minimalist wardrobe, the whole thing. It's giving photocopy with a personality crisis. The sad part, Meghan really thinks copying icons will make her one. But what it actually does is show how lost she is. Every outfit, every pose feels like her saying, "Pick me, I can be her too." Meanwhile, Victoria's been building her image for 2 decades. She's refined, quiet, confident, unbothered. Meghan's been trying for 5 years to manufacture that, and the cracks are starting to show. The difference? Victoria radiates confidence. Meghan radiates cosplay. She talks about being relatable, but the whole thing feels like a scene from a commercial, one where she doesn't actually know how to use her own props. The tongs moment became a metaphor for her entire public image. That single upside-down tool told the world, this isn't authenticity. This is acting class on Instagram. Meanwhile, Victoria Beckham's probably in her studio somewhere, laughing softly while effortlessly managing her fashion empire. Because she doesn't need to prove anything. And that's the thing. When you're real, you don't have to perform realness. To the royal family, it looked like another betrayal. To the public, déjà vu. The same pattern, the same self-inflicted drama that's been chasing them since Megxit. It made their image stage the Sussex brand look even more fragile. Because no matter how many luxury shows Meghan crashes or lifestyle brands she launches, it can't hide the truth. Their ties to the royal family are colder than an English breakfast left out overnight. Talk about a royal plot twist. So here we are, Victoria Beckham. Calm, composed, and conquering the world. Her Netflix show is still streaming like wildfire. Her fashion brand is thriving, and her public image is glowing brighter than ever. Meghan, she's still searching for that elusive spotlight, the one that feels earned, not forced. Because at the end of the day, this was never just about two women and a streaming platform. It's about something much deeper. What happens when jealousy becomes your brand? When you spend so long trying to chase someone else's magic that you forget to find your own? Victoria stayed real, Meghan stayed rehearsed, and in the court of public opinion, authenticity always wins.